it is real out here, man. You see all this? Y'all voted for Trump. Look what we getting. Some of us might make it, some of us might not. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, and comment when y'all from watch. It's about to get real war.
Extent of this attack, Tom, and whether the U.S. makes the calculation that some sort of escalation is warranted. It is too early to tell, of course. Again, according to a senior White House official, the president monitoring all this from the Situation Room, and this is certainly some of what he will have to weigh. What type of retaliatory response does he escalate this somehow, depending on the extent of the attack and whether there are injuries, potential injuries to American forces or not? But President Trump had warned Iran not to do this. The Iranians obviously feeling that they were forced into some sort of retaliatory response after those U.S. airstrikes. Now, Tom, I should mention, we have not seen the president on camera since late Saturday evening when he announced those U.S. airstrikes. We have heard from him, though, several times as he's posted on social media. Late yesterday, he did float the idea of potential regime change in Iran. Now, administration officials have been very clear that that is not the military posture of the United States. Just this morning, White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt reiterated that, said that the U.S. was not calling for regime change in Iran, but if Iranians were to see what was unfolding and want to overtake their government, that's how regime change would be possible. Still, in the region, it's being seen as very inflammatory language, the president even mentioning the possibility of regime change. The president also saying that there was monumental damage done via those airstrikes in Iran. We're still getting a full assessment of that. But again, we're waiting to hear the latest here from the White House on these latest strikes as the president monitors this.
Yeah, Gabe, stand by for us. I want to go to some new reporting that Keir Simmons, our chief international correspondent, has. He's in Erbil, Iraq tonight, and he has some new reporting on what's happened in Qatar tonight. And, you know, the Al Udeid Air Base, Keir, as you know, it's our largest air base, military installation in the Middle East. Iran has said they're fired missiles at it. What do you know?
Yeah, Tom, I'll just tell you where we are right now. We're in Iraq, in northern Iraq. Behind me is a U.S. base. We have not seen any strikes on that base yet. There have been reports that another base in Anbar province here in Iraq is being targeted. But, Tom, I've been communicating with a Gulf diplomat who tells me, and this was, I'm going to tell you, I think around about 10, 15 minutes ago, that at that stage, the base in Qatar had not been hit. There are reports that there haven't been casualties, but that was what I was told 15 minutes ago. But we now have a statement from Qatar about this attack, and I'm going to read some of it to you, Tom. The state of Qatar strongly condemns the attack that targeted the base by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. We consider this a flagrant violation of the sovereignty of the state of Qatar, its airspace, international law, and the United Nations Charter. We affirm that Qatar reserves the right to respond directly in a manner equivalent with the nature and scale of this brazen aggression in line with international law. We reassure that Qatar's air defences successfully thwarted the attack and intercepted the Iranian missiles. So that statement, I'm just reading this myself, Tom, so that statement confirming what I was told a short while ago by a Gulf diplomat, that in fact the Qataris believe that they managed to prevent this attack from hitting its target. A detailed statement, reading now on from the statement from Qatar, a detailed statement regarding the circumstances of the attack will be issued by the Ministry of Defence. We also emphasise that the continuation of such escalatory military actions will undermine security and stability in the region, dragging it into situations that could have catastrophic consequences for international peace and security. The statement goes on, Tom, but that is the Qataris responding very quickly. And just again, the headlines from that, they are saying that these missiles did not hit, that we're going to find out how they managed to deflect them, how they managed to prevent that from happening. And I would just say, too, you'll remember, Tom, that the Qataris have been closer to the Iranians than other Gulf nations.